Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Maths Made Easy with Terry in 10 minutes. So now we'll be going straight to solving equation with logarithm and exponential functions now. So I've talked about all the laws of logarithm, all the laws of exponential functions, and we're going to be applying it to be solving several types of question formats, all right? So please, before you come to this video, make sure you've reviewed previous video. And if you've not liked, shared, and subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for, okay? And don't forget to click the notification bell so that when I post new videos, you'll be the first person to know. All right, so we're going to go straight into it, okay? So let's assume we have this question here. We have told to find x, okay? If we have 5 is about 2x is equal to 20, and you were told to then what? Find x for this. All right, so what do? So you can solve this using different method. You can use law 5 to solve this for logarithm, or you can use you can use several ones. You can also apply law 14 here as well. So all you can use any of these laws as well if you want to. But I'm gonna stick with just two methods here to solve, and I'm gonna solve with just two methods. But you can go back home and you can try solving with several ones. So I'm going to solve with two methods. So the first one I'm going to try, I'm going to use a combination of law 5 and maybe law 5 to solve this. All right. So, so please go back and watch my videos for logarithm, and we're going to use law 5 for this. So we have, I'm going to take the ln of both sides. So we're going to have ln 5 2x is equal to ln what? 20. Then you bring down, so this is law, so I'm using law 5 here, okay? So I'll bring down 2x here. So you're going to have 2x ln 5 is equal to what? Ln what? 20. Then I'll divide both sides by ln 5. So this is going to cancel that. So we have 2x is going to be ln 20 divided by ln what? 5. Then we're looking for x. We divide both sides by 2. Then we divide all this here by 2. So x will be equal to, so you divide ln 20 over ln 5, you get an answer. Then that answer, you now divide it by 2, and you should get 0.93. All right, so if I'm not comfortable using ln, I can also use log. So in log 5, I also told you about logs as well. So I told you as well. So if you want to get rid of this 5, okay, you can use you can take the log to base 5 to get rid of this, okay? I mentioned this as well in law 14, where we talk about equivalent law. I also mentioned it in also other videos as well. So to get rid of this 5, because I'm looking for 2x, I want to get rid of this 5. I'm going to take log 5 to both sides. Are you seeing it? I take log 5 to both sides. So this is log 5 as well. Okay? Then you bring down the 2x. So we're going to have 2x. We have log 5 base 5 will be equal to log 520. Now, log 5 to 5 is equal to 1. So it will be 2x times 1. So this is law, I think, law 9. So if you go to law 9, this is where we talked about this, okay? On how that when the base and the logarithm have the same value, it's equal to 1. So that means this is going to give us log 20 to base 5. All right, so this will be 2x will be equal to log 20 base 5. Divide both sides by 2. So x is going to give us log 20 base 5 divided by 2. And this is going to give you the same thing as 0.93. Are you seeing it? Okay. And that will be the answer for that. So the same thing, like you can see, when you're solving questions, you're combining laws to solve. So you're not just, I only know law 10 or law 3. No, you have to combine all these laws. So that's why it's very important that you get conversant with these laws. Okay. So just to yeah, so let me just write this here. So it's law 5 and law 14 for this. All right. So I'm combining two here, law 5 and law 14. Okay, so for those that are writing, you can go back and have a look. So I'm combining both laws here. So law 14 by putting log 5 to both sides, log 5 to bring this down, all right? So let's go to another question quickly. Number 2. Let's assume we have this question, 2, 3x minus 5, and this is equal to what? 120, all right? Now, you can pause this video, try and solve it, okay? And when you're done solving, then you can play the video and see if you get the same thing. All right, so let's go back. Let's start solving. So like I told you, for this question, you can apply several laws here, but I'm going to use law 5 and 14 as well to solve this question. And so like for law 14, I told you that you can't have a number in front of the value because if you want to take the log or the ln of both sides. That makes sense? So because my plan now is that I want to get rid of this 3 by taking log 3 of both sides or taking ln of both sides. But in law 14, I told you in logarithm law that you can't do that if you have a number here. So I need to get rid of this 2. So what am I going to do? So I'm going to divide both sides by 2. So the first thing I'm going to do, so just to know, this question is that we are meant to find x, okay? The question here wants us to find x. So that's what we are finding. We want to find x in this question. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to divide by 2 because I want to apply law 14 and 5 here. So it's going to become 2, 3x minus 5 is equal to 120. I divide both sides by 2 first so that I can free the exponent there, the index there. So you're going to give me 3x minus 5 is equal to what? 60. All right. So we have 3x minus 5 is equal to 60. So now at this stage now, yes. So at this stage, I can use 2 methods to solve this. Okay, I have this now. I can use 2 methods. I can use ln. I talked about ln in law 14, or I can use logarithm. So I'm going to start with ln. I'm going to solve it with ln. Then after I've solved it with ln, I'm going to come back and try and solve it with logarithm as well. So law 14, I told you that you can take the ln of both sides. So you're going to have ln 3x minus 5 is equal to ln of what? 60. Apply law 5 here. So this is law 14. Okay, for those of you that want to go back and have a look, this is law 14. You take the ln of both sides, then you bring down x minus 5. So x minus 5 ln 3 is equal to ln what? 60. So this is law 5, okay? So go to law 5 in the logarithm rules. Then when you've gotten here, then you can now divide both sides by what? Ln 3. Then you're going to have, this is going to cancel that. So you have x minus 5 is equal to ln 60 over ln 3. Then you take 5 to the other side. So x is going to be equal to ln 60 over ln 3 plus 5. And when you press your calculator for that, it should give you about 8.723. And that'll be the answer for that. Now, you can also use logarithm to solve this, the second method. Okay, you can also use logarithm to solve this. So in logarithm, what do? So I told you in law 14 as well that you can get rid of an index by taking the log to that index, okay? So to get rid of this 3, I will take log 3 to both sides, all right? So we're going to have log 3x minus 5, okay, will be equal to log 3 and what? 60. I will bring this to the front. So this is law 14. Okay, for those that want to go back and have a look, then I'm going to bring this to the front. So that's going to give me x minus 5, okay? Log 3 to base 3 is equal to log 60 to base 3. And this is law 5, okay? So law 5 We talked about this, that you can bring down the power down there. Also, in log 9, I told you that when the base and the power are the same, okay, when the base and the logarithm value are the same, this is equal to 1. So this is going to become x minus 5 multiplied by 1 is equal to log 60 to base 3. So this is law 9, all right? This is law 9. So you can see when you're solving questions, you're really playing around with all the laws, all right? So it's not just that, oh, you're learning them separately, but actually you play with the laws, you use the laws to solve the question. So we're going to have x minus 5 is equal to log 60 base 3. Then x is going to give us log 60 base 3 plus 5. And when you press your calculator for that, that should give you about the same answer of 8.723. So you can see, regardless of the method you use, you should get the same thing. All right. So there are all several methods of solving this, but I'm just using these ones to just solve it. But you can use several methods and you still get the same answer for it. Okay. Okay, I think we should just throw in a question on exponent, okay? Because I've solved 2 questions on logarithm. Let's just throw a question on exponent and see. So let's assume we have this question here. We have the exponent of 4x minus 3 divided by the exponent of x minus 2. And this is, and all this minus 7 is equal to what? 23. Okay. Like I said, don't get scared. All these are very easy, okay? All these are very simple, all right? So the first thing first is that there are several laws coming to my mind now to use, all right? But I'm going to try and use the simple one, and I'm going to try to show you the steps. I'm going to play around with maybe law 2 and law 4 here, all right? I'll play around with law 2 and law 4. So you can use several laws to solve this, but I'm going to just play around with law 2 and law 4. You can also use the taking the lien of both sides, the exponential rules, and so many things here. But I'm going to just use law 2 and law 4. So what I would advise, you can pause the video here, try and solve it. Then you can come back and see if you get the same answer like I would get here. All right, let's go. So first thing first, I want to simplify this, okay? There's so many things going on, all right? So I'm going to simplify this. So I'm going to first take 7 minus 7 to the other side. So we're going to have 2 exponential 4x minus 3 divided by exponential x minus 2 will be equal to 23 plus 7, okay? Then I will now divide both sides by 2 to get rid of this 2 here. So that will divide both sides by 2 as well, okay? So we're going to have exponential 4x minus 3 divided by exponential x minus 2. So this is going to give us 23 plus 7 is 30. 30 divided by 2 is 15. Okay. Now, the next thing that's coming to my mind now, I'm going to use the division law here, all right? Because when you're dividing 2 exponents, remember I told you you subtract them, all right? So I'm going to use the division law so I can simplify that. So we're going to have exponent of what? 4x minus 3. Then we're subtracting. Let me get this out of the way here. Minus x minus what? 2. And that will give you what? Equal to 15. And this is law 2, okay? So if you go to the laws of exponent or the laws of exponent that I talked about, this is the second law where we have when you're dividing, you subtract, okay? Then let's open this bracket here and simplify. So we're going to have the exponent of 4x minus 3 minus x plus 2 is equal to what? 15, okay? So we're going to have exponent, you collect like terms, 4x minus 2, sorry, 4x minus x will give you what? 3x minus 3 plus 2 will give you minus 1 is equal to what? 15. So to get rid of this exponent, remember I told you have to take the lien of both sides. So that is law 4, all right? So you take the lien of both sides to get rid of the exponent. So for those, you can go back and have a look at law 4 of exponential. Then this is going to cancel this out. So you're going to have 3x minus 1 is equal to ln 15. I'll take minus 1 to the other side. I'm going to have 3x is going to give you ln 15. All right, ln 15 plus 1. I'll divide both sides by what? 3. So then the x will become, when you press your calculator, ln 15 plus 1 divided by 3, this should give you around 1.236, and that will be the answer for that. As you can see, we're using several laws here to solve. Yes, and that is that for that. So you can try other laws. You can try other laws as well to solve this. But I think for me, for the sake of this video, I'm gonna just stick with law 2 and law 4 for this. You can try. So far, you're using the right laws or the correct laws. Okay, you should get the same answer. All right, so I'm going to solve more examples in the next video because we're already running out of time already. So I'm going to solve more examples. So please don't forget to subscribe so that when I upload the next example, we're going to solve more questions, more difficult questions, so that you can also practice more. Like I always say, go to the worksheet and go to the textbook and take some questions and try. And if for example, you solve a particular question, and you can't get an answer or you're not sure of it, you can put it in the comment section so the other subscribers can have a look and see if they can answer the question for you. And if none of you can answer it, then I'll come in and try and answer it for you. Or better still, you can send me an email and we'll discuss it together. All right, so I'm going to see you in the next video where we'll solve more examples on logarithm and exponential functions. So don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so that you'll be the first person to know. All right, see you soon.